why you should homeschool. The fact that you are here shows that you have a real, true desire to educate your child at home. I'm going to tell you right now, this desire is not going away. Yeah, you may have hard days where you're kind of tired or the kids are not being cooperative, but you will always know in your hearts of hearts that you homeschooling your child is what's best for them. Now, I'm going to go ahead and tell you some reasons why I decided to homeschool. My first reason was safety. I couldn't mentally deal with the idea of sending my child to a school where I may not be able to pick them up from. That in itself was a lot. My child can have catered learning to them. So like one of my daughters, she's really into arts and crafts, and the other one, she's really into reading. So I can really cater their curriculum to their needs, one with more arts, one with more reading and activities, right? So that's a definite benefit of homeschooling. And they have one-on-one attention, unlike in public school now, who are definitely understaffed. They are begging for teachers and teachers' aid. And when I was going to public school, you're talking 1 to 30. I only could imagine what it is right now. Another thing that I really love is just being able to take advantage of the precious years we have with our children. Like, I didn't have a child to have someone else raise them or to have them gone most of the hours throughout the week. I want them home with me. I want to raise them. I want them home with me. I want to raise them. I want to teach them my morals and my standards. And so I feel like if they're at home, I could truly do this. You know, I could work on hands-on skills and real life skills. Also, my children being able to sleep in until they wake up naturally was a big thing for me. Children are always growing and they need that extra rest. So for me to have to wake my child up at 5 or 6 a.m. to get them out to school, to have them sit behind a desk for hours that are not even necessary, because even the public schools said when the whole COVID thing happened and they sent everybody home, they were homeschooling 2 to 3 hours a day. So what are y'all doing in school for the rest of the hours? You know what I'm saying? So my children, they do not have to wake up early. We don't have to have long hours because, like I told you, it's catered to us. We also benefit from our freedom to travel. We have traveled to about 30 of the 50 states here in the United States and out of the country. And this is all as a result of the flexibility of homeschooling. Another thing is having full control of their curriculum. Now, depending on who you are, you may not want, the United States to go ahead and teach your children about history or to teach them about, the way math is done. Now, whatever it may be, whatever the case is, the thing is you have full control of what your child is learning at all times. And I feel like that just cannot even be replaced. Another benefit is having no SAT tests or no testing at all. Now, in the state of Texas, it is not required to test. And in some other states, there are. But one thing I really love for myself personally, for my children, is that they don't have to have that unnecessary stress. There are some children who have committed suicide as a result of feeling the pressure behind wanting to do so good on these tests. And at the end of the day, these tests do not matter. Also, knowing that schools were created to make workers and not thinkers, I said, that's not for me. I'm starting my children young. I want them to be their own entrepreneur. I have one working on her art business and the other one, she has a tie-dye business. And so instead of wasting all them extra hours sitting behind a desk, they are spending this time perfecting their craft. So when they are of age, they're going to be good at what they do. And homeschoolers have that freedom to start nonprofits, to start their own companies, to make their own little side cash. They have the freedom and the time to do it. Another public school students stress over are being graded. That's something that I really do not do with my children. I see what they do, and where I see they need improvement on, we'll work on that a little bit more, but I do not do formal grades because I feel like it's unnecessary. At the end of the day, the point is for them to learn, not to feel bad because they have a C opposed to an A, etc. Not necessary. Now, what I'm going to need you to do right now is I'm going to need you to write down your whys, the reason why you want to homeschool, because your reason whys is going to get you through the entire homeschool process, because there will be days, just like before homeschooling, when you had a bad day. Well, as a homeschooling mom, there will be days where you're feeling overwhelmed, where you're feeling tired, where you're feeling like, did I make the right decision? Am I good enough? Am I smart enough? Am I wise enough? Am I educated enough? All of these are gonna flood your mind after a while. And you may feel incompetent, but do not worry, mama or papa. You got this.